and welcome back to the channel. Not ball boys as always, it's now football opinions. So if you like the content, like, share, comment, subscribe of course if you are new to the channel, and if you are just watching us for the first time, feel free to subscribe, leave a like of course, and comment down below if you have anything that you might want to share. And without further ado, let me get into the weekend's fixtures. This is the Premier League preview show as always. And I just want to get to start with the games involving the big six teams first. So first we have Chelsea facing Brighton. Now that is going to be a very good game. Brighton are a very good team. The last match against Tottenham, they were clearly robbed. Vieira at this moment is broken. I don't understand how it works or how it's even supposed to be working, because rules seem to be changing from one match week to the next, and it's going to be tough at Stamford Bridge as well. But Chelsea lost their last Premier League game. Not they drew, but the other one they lost at Stamford Bridge against Aston Villa. So I'm going to go for a Brighton win. I don't think Lampard has the tactical nous to be able to do anything special with Chelsea this season. I mean, at the moment, as the Brits would say, they're on the beach. They're not going to get. They don't seem like they're going to get into Europe. They're not in any danger of getting relegated. So they're just there. And Brighton have something to fight for. So I'm going for a 2-0 Brighton win. Chelsea are struggling for goals. The attackers are struggling for confidence, as you saw with the early Joe Felix chance at the Bernabeu. He was through on goal, but he has no confidence. And yeah, I don't think they're going to trouble Brighton that much. But Brighton and what De Zerbi has done, the style of play, the build-up play, when you look at Brighton's first and second phase of play, there's not many better teams in the Premier League. Maybe they struggle in the final third, putting the chances away that they create. But I trust that they are going to win this game. Tottenham versus Bournemouth. Yeah, Tottenham I think are going to win. They were lucky to win against Brighton, but they did. That's not on them. They just did what they had to do. That's on the officials. So I'm going for a Tottenham 1-0 win. Harry Kane again. He seems to be the difference maker for Tottenham each and every time. But personally, I think it's time Tottenham moved on from Harry Kane. And Manchester City versus Leicester. As an Arsenal fan, I'm going to be watching this with a keen eye. Of course, Leicester have just appointed Dean Smith, the former Norwich and Aston Villa coach. I don't know if he's going to be able to save them, but they've just wasted two important games with no manager. They sacked Brendan Rodgers when they really had no clear plan after what to do after him. And Dean Smith, I really don't see how he's going to keep them up. Yes, the first season he was with Aston Villa, he did really well. But we saw the second season syndrome kick in, and he was not able to kick on from there. So I don't think Leicester are going to win this one. I don't see a Leicester result in any way, shape or form. All I'm hoping for is a new manager bounce against Manchester City. But yeah, we all know what's going to happen. 3-0 Manchester City. Haaland is back and scoring again. Grealish is on fire. De Bruyne is on fire. Everybody on that Manchester City team is playing really well. And we are seeing Pep change to a back three centre backs, Ake, Diaz, and I don't know I can't remember who the next one is, but he has two holding midfielders in John Stones and Rodri, both of whom are very good defensively and very good on the ball. So it's hard to see any weakness in that Manchester City side and Pep's system at the moment. So I'm going to go for a 3-0 easy Manchester City win there at home as well. West Ham versus Arsenal, an important game for Arsenal after dropping points in the very last minute of the 90 to Roberto Firmino's equalizer. They were under pressure the whole of the second half, so it was actually coming. And when you look at the saves that Ramsdale had to make at the end of the game, at the very end of stoppage time, it could very well be a point gained, because you could have easily conceded like 4 goals in that second half, and yeah, that would have knocked the confidence out of the squad. But now, taking a point still in the driving seat in the title race, I believe Arsenal are going to win this one. West Ham are struggling for anything, for points, for style of play. Moyes is under pressure, and things are not good at West Ham at the moment. A club of its magnitude and the investment it has had, You should not be in that situation at the moment. So I'm going for a 2-0. 2-0 Arsenal win. They seem to keep clean sheets away from home, apart from Anfield, of course. But yeah, Arsenal seem to be really good defensively away from home. Of course, they are missing Saliba, but Holding is a more than able deputy. He's proved it. He's done well. Personally, I thought he played really well at Anfield. The penalty was debatable, but other than that, Holding has not put a foot wrong since he has come in. So I trust that he's going to be a good deputy to Saliba. Nottingham Forest versus Manchester United. Of course, United just drew 2-2 with Sevilla in the Europa League. 2 own goals after HM5 came in. He never seems to disappoint, But yeah, it's just the nature of him. And Nottingham Forest being at home, they are a strong team at home, but I don't see them beating Man United. I think United are going to win this one. It's not going to be easy, or no is it going to be comfortable, but a 2-0 Manchester United win. Leeds versus Liverpool on Monday. Of course, Leeds are the only team to beat Liverpool at Anfield this season. The Crescencio Somerville winner in the last minutes of the game. It's hard to call this one because Liverpool have not been playing well. Of course, they played well for majority of the game against Arsenal, especially in the second half. But I think Liverpool are going to win. They need it more. And Leeds also need it more because they're in danger of getting relegated. So they really need to find a result, especially after getting beaten 5-1 by Palace at home. That's never a good result, and that brings me to the next game. Of course, I'm predicting a Liverpool win, 2-1 Liverpool. That brings me to the next game. Southampton versus Crystal Palace, a very big game at the bottom. Of course, Crystal Palace have had 2 wins in a row since Roy Hodgson took over. I predicted them to get relegated. Maybe I was wrong. I'm being proven wrong at the moment. I really don't mind it. Roy Hodgson is doing the business. He's winning the most important games that he has to win. Maybe I was wrong. I thought that because he was old, he'd lost it and everything, but it seems that experience is coming into play in this one, and I think Palace are going to win this one as well. Southampton have been really poor. They've shown some promise under Ruben Seles, but I don't think it's going to be enough at the moment. They're the team that are looking favorites to get relegated. Other than them, all the other teams that are in that, other than Palace, even Palace might get dragged into it. All of them are in danger of getting relegated from the last to the 12th team in the table. Aston Villa, of course, Aston Villa versus Newcastle. Aston Villa have been in very good form since Unai Emery took over. I think only Arsenal and Manchester City have gained more points than Aston Villa since Emery took over. That shows how good of a coach he is and how he's gotten the team playing, considering how poor they were under Steven Gerrard. I think it was only a case of management, and the hierarchy at Aston Villa realized that, and they've changed it just in time. Maybe if they changed it earlier, they would have been in pole position to get European football, but who knows. Aston Villa versus Newcastle fighting for top 4. It's going to be tough call this one. Aston Villa have been really good at home as well. Arsenal are the only team to beat them there since Emery took over, as you may know. But it's going to be tough. I'm going to predict a draw. I really don't see much between the teams at the moment. So a 1-1 draw. Everton versus Fulham, a very big game for Everton. Fulham are another team on the beach. They're not in danger of getting relegated, nor are they fighting for European places. So Everton need it more being at home as well. Since that incident at Old Trafford, that FA Cup game, Fulham have not been the same. The lacking Mitrovic is really showing. Carlos Vinicius tries, but he's not quite Mitrovic, is he? But yeah, I'm predicting an Everton 1-0 win. Sean Dyche's masterclass, long balls, set pieces and everything, 1-0. Wolves versus Brentford, another big game for Wolves after beating Chelsea. That was a good result for them. But Brentford, they've been in form, but their form seems to have disappeared a little bit in the last couple of games. But who knows, Wolves being at home as well, they're very unpredictable at the moment. They have good results and then they have bad results, like against Leeds when they lost and Johnny got sent off. But I think Wolves might do well to get a result here. I'm going to go for a draw, a 1-1 draw, Brentford versus Wolves. So that's my predictions. If you like the content, of course, like, share, comment down below, and subscribe if you are new to the channel, and see you in the next video.